Street bitches, slash, cocoa puff, sweet bitches. Think you wanna eat bitches, but not me.
I tried so
I fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to... What is it you want from a... I gave you, you gave me. I played you, you played me.
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Up in here,
To lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Up in here, Up in here, Up in here, up in here, Up in here,
It doesn't even matter. And you reached as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. Put my trust in you. Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know.
If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, push your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, push your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you get that. Turn up your shoulders. I probably owe it to y'all, probably be locked like fuck. Trying to hustle some things, that go with the push. Feeling no remorse, feeling like my hand was forced. Middle finger to the law, nigga, grip on my ball. Certain ladies, they love me, from the bleachers, they screaming. All the ballers is bouncing, they like the way I be leaning. All the ballers is bouncing, they like the way I be leaning. If you please, feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you get that.
lean back, lean back, back.
Lean back.
Don't dance, niggas pull up your pants and do the rock away. Lean back, back, lean back. Come on, don't dance, niggas pull up your pants and do the rock away. Lean back, back.
That my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl wants it, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. Is that my bestie in a testy? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she pretty. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, I'm my motherfucking friend. She been on with the T like, bitch, guess what? All the rich ass boys wanna fuck. His ass sitting up, could look, no touch. And I'm bad, bustin' bands every time we make up. That my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back.
Call me when you need.
Sicker than your average, sicker than your average.
Call me when you want. Call me when you need. Call me in the morning. I'll be on the way.
Sicker than your average, sicker than your average.
Call me when you need. Call me in the morning. I'll be on the way. Call me when you want. Call me when you need. Call me out by your name. I'll be on the way. Something you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. The table all I see is sweet and white. You living the life, but nigga, you ain't living right. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only you to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like,
This my shit.
call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
This my shit.
Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like,
Times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. 'Cause it ain't no holler back, girl. Ain't no holler back, girl. Times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. 'Cause it ain't no holler back, girl.
baby, you living the life, but nigga, you ain't living right.
Baby, I like your style.
Hips on your waist, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when you go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. like I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Bring it, babe, touch it.
One more time before I go.
Bring it, babe, touch it. I like your stuff. Bring it, babe, touch it.
One more time before I go.
Bring it, babe. I like your stuff. Baby.
Can you take me higher? Can we go higher? To a place where I'm lying and see.
Half of my heart is in Havana. He took me back to East Atlanta. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana.
Just what you waiting for, so comes fresh out East Atlanta with no mountains. Fresh out East Atlanta. Like traffic jam.
Since he got Milo in him, he got me feeling.
Can we go much higher?
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. On the fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit the lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals. We been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so. Got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no. Say slack. I won't never sell my soul. And I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at. Pulling out the coupe at the lot. On the fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Pulling out the coupe at the lot. On the fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot.
I'm telling you that play with it a little. I'm telling you that play with it a little. Hit that. Play with it a little. I'm telling you that hit that. Play with it a
Turning on the road, he doing promo. He said keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. 'Cause you look even better than the photos. I can't find your house, send me the info. Driving through the gated residential. Found out I was coming, send your friends home. Keep on trying to hide it, get your friends home.
I only call you when it's high. But it only so that I be back. So I only love it when you touch me. Now feel me when I'm let me feel me when I'm let me feel me. I only love it when you touch me. Touch me. When you touch me. I only love it when you touch me. Touch me. When you touch me. Now feel me.
We don't wanna hear that weak shit no more. That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. That don't kill me. No one man should have all that. Let's play lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a fuck what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. Do anybody make real shit anymore? I feel it. one man should have all that power. Don't act like I never told you. No one man should have all that power. How could you be so heartless? No one man should have all that. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, like I had a dream I could fly my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. Much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, and what I do, act more stupidly. I need you right now. No one man should have all that. You can't tell me nothing.
Good morning, traders. What is going on? And happy hump day. That's right, baby. It is a beautiful Wednesday, November 3rd, aka hump day. Ladies and gentlemen, hit me with the hump day real quick. Come on, let's see it. Hit me with a hump day. And besides that, how do you guys enjoy that music in the morning? That is some of my favorite stuff. I absolutely love Sickick. This is what I listen to in the mornings to get me absolutely fired up. So again, I will continue to run that in the mornings. That's what I listen to. I'd be more than happy to leave that desktop audio on. Absolutely gets me fired up. But good morning, Chris, J-Dub, Ron. Let's keep it going, guys. Make sure you are set to live. Make sure your stream, I can't type right now, is set to live. All right. If anybody has any issues with getting it set to live, let me know. I have a 1 second delay. Some of you guys, it may not be set to live. Make sure you are currently set to live, guys. Okay. I want to make sure you're getting that no more than 2 to 3 second delay. All right. But yes. Good morning, team, and happy hump day. It is Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021, 8:58 in the market. And we do have some stuff to talk about this morning, guys. Yes, we do. Everybody over on YouTube, hit me with the good morning. Ed, the man, the myth, and the legend. Good morning, Mexoids. What's up, buddy? HH, Gregory, Allen. Hey, what's up? What's going on this beautiful hump day? If you guys are over on TikTok right now, now's the time to come over to YouTube. But again, make sure your stream is set to live. I want to make sure you're not, 10, 20 seconds behind. I want to make sure you have that 2 to 3 second delay at most. And we're going to go ahead and dive into it today, guys. So a couple things that I want to start with. All right, let's go into alerts. Every single morning, guys, I'm posting everything inside of alerts chat, right? So every single stock with news and a link to the news, right? What I'm looking at, yesterday's movers, if there's any sympathy, right? Really just breaking down the market from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., getting you guys prepared inside of chat. So the one thing that I want to point out today is investors are focused on the Federal Reserve, which is expected to announce the timeline for gradual reduction in its bond buying program Wednesday at the conclusion of this two-day meeting. They'll also be listening for clues on when the central bank plans on raising interest rate. This is going to take place at 2 p.m. We know that anytime there is something big like this going on behind the scenes in the market is typically very, very slow. And we actually see that, right? We can actually see the SPY right now, right? And most of the market pretty much just laying flat, right? Investors and traders are really just sitting on the sidelines until the end or the conclusion of this two-day meeting. And again, investors and traders really listening in on clues on when the central when the central bank plans to raise interest rates, because that right there affects the markets. When rates were being reduced, markets were performing good. When rates start going up, you typically see the markets pull back a little bit. That's just kind of what happens. So again, that's where investors are currently focused, is really just waiting for 2 p.m. So overall, with these large cap stocks, blue chip stocks, our options plays, right, may be just a tad bit on the slower side, guys, right? Just a tad bit on the slower side. So if we're looking at the SPY, right, probably not going to move like we want it to move to make some awesome profits. Tesla, Lucid, Moderna, UAA, right? A lot of these larger priced, large cap, mid cap stocks may be a bit on the slower side, but come this afternoon, 2 o'clock, 2:30, into the end of the day, that's when we could see these stocks really ramping on up. So really what I was doing this morning is getting a decent intraday options watch list together, right? I'm definitely watching Zoom, right? Watching MGM. They have earnings tonight, and we have some really nice technicals as well. Watching Kroger, because Kroger actually entered into a strategic agreement, partnership, collaboration, whatever you want to call it. I'll go back there and read that in a sec, with BBBY. And that's why BBBY started to get that initial hype, because of this collaboration news with Kroger. So maybe Kroger has some juice in it, right? And I actually like the technicals on Kroger as well. It's a dividend paying stock. So honestly, I'm even looking at taking Kroger and adding it to my portfolio today, because it's actually in a really nice sweet spot for a really nice entry, in my opinion. Don't expect a lot of return here, maybe 10, 15%, in a year, but it is a dividend paying stock as well. And Kroger looks really, really nice right here from the technicals. But again, that's kind of what I've been doing, guys, is going through looking at stocks and identifying which ones have the best opportunity, right? Lyft, maybe Car again today, UAA over yesterday's highs, right? We have a really nice watch list. But why did I start with the Fed is concluding its two-day meeting, right? Listening for clues on when interest rates may rise. Because typically when you have anything like this, right, you have the Fed meeting or anything like that, markets are typically slow. So with that being said, we have a nice watch list, right? We have Zoom, we have MGM, we have Kroger, we have Lyft, we have UAA. I'm still watching Moderna for a possible short in the earnings. I'm watching Lucid today, Tesla, and the SPY. But we may not see the types of moves that we really want to see or expect to see until 2:30 into power hour. So we will go through these options. We will talk about these briefly, but we'll get more involved with these maybe this afternoon over lunch and get prepared coming into the conclusion of this two-day meeting. So really to start our day, guys, in my opinion, my recommendation, based on that alone, is to go ahead and just put our focus on small caps. BBBY, ALNA, GFAI, right? Maybe some of these sympathy short squeeze plays like AMC and GameStop. That's where I think we should put our focus today, guys, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into that watch list, okay? So stocks with news. We have BBBY. Not only is this stock soaring, right? Soaring. I mean, this stock right now is up 59%. Not bad, trading 11 million shares. On average, it trades 5. It's a larger float stock. It's 97 million in floats, but it's got a super big short float percentage coming in at 45%, guys, 45%. So not only is Bed Bath & Beyond soaring because of the short squeeze potential, but we just talked about it as well with Kroger. So again, Kroger And Bed Bath & Beyond, a leading omni-channel retailer for home, baby, and wellness products, announced today a strategic collaboration with Kroger, right, to offer their customers an extensive selection of the most sought-after goods for the home and baby products carried by Bed Bath & Beyond. So that right there is what brought some interest to BBBY. And then short squeeze city, baby. And that's when the hype set in, and that's when everybody just started buying this bad boy up, because again, almost 50% short float percentage. So don't think that it's just squeezing alone all by itself, right? There was a catalyst here on BBBY, right? There was a good catalyst. That's what got the attention back over to BBBY. But thinking smart, thinking outside the box, maybe we should put some focus on Kroger as well. Slower moving stock, but it's optionable. If this stock moves $1 to $2, right, you can make some serious cash on Kroger options, right? Calls or puts. And honestly, looking at Kroger, the daily chart looks really, really nice to where I might want to like pick some of this up and start dollar cost averaging in to Kroger for a potential, longer term swing, maybe an investment just to collect the dividend. I'll have to do some more research on it, but I do like the technicals at first glance. So it's definitely something that I want to add to, my long-term watch list, because Kroger, just the technicals look really, really good. So that being said, BBBY, guys, we know why it's moving, right? At this point in time, this should be everybody's number one stock to watch. It's not really doing all that much right now in pre-market. It hasn't moved a whole lot, maybe $2 to $3 bounces here and there. So we're really looking for the stock to put in some support somewhere. Really that's it. Where can the stock put in support? Well, looking at that daily chart, I'm seeing support, like good support, really good support, back down at 22.21. I also want to take a fib off this move, and I can even see that the 61.8 fib is back down right around that 22.21. It's actually at 22.54. So 22.21 coming from the daily chart, right? It's our 61.8 fib. I think we could see, the stock wash out at the open, right? I do think we could see the stock pull back, find support at a better support level, and then start moving to the upside, right? However, we are bouncing right now right around that 50% fib, and we do have some light support. It's okay. It's not terrible. Right around that 25.45 level. So there on BBY, really, there's not a lot to go off of right now, right here on this stock. I mean, it had a nice little downtrend. Oh, that's not a downtrend. That's a fib. Let's go back to the downtrend, right? We had this nice little downtrend. It broke it. It retested, but it didn't bounce and really move. It's just still stuck in this nice little downtrend at this point in time. So would I be trying to chase this long? I would not really be trying to chase this stock long. I'd honestly be waiting to see if it can pull back, maybe sell off a little bit, see a washout long, see some profit taking. Again, this stock is up $10. Maybe some swing traders and traders that are in this stock want to take profit when the market opens. Maybe we can see this come down towards around that 22.21. And if we do, that's kind of where I would like to be a buyer on this stock. So that being said, right out of the gate, I'm going to be watching BBBY. And if we can come down towards around the low 22s, I'm definitely interested in getting involved for that leg back up over 25, possibly back up towards around 28, back up towards around like 29.18, 30, and then maybe even $32 here on BBBY. Okay. So we do have some good potential today on BBBY. I mean, honestly, we could see it at 35, and who knows? If we see a really, really hot day, it could squeeze all the way to $39. But we have to sit back and wait for this stock to come down to a level of support, actually set in some support, find a floor, and then we can attack, guys. All right? So, BBBY, we know why it's moving. We know our levels. We know right about what we're looking for as well, and kind of my plan, looking for a nice little washout long, coming down to that level of support, bottoming, finding support, and then looking to go on that next move to the upside. BBBY, definitely one of the top stocks we should be watching right out of the gate. Then we have ALNA. ALNA is number 3 on the leaderboard. It's a 72 million in float stock. So we don't have like substantially low float stocks today. You got BBBY almost 100 million. You got ALNA at 72, which isn't terrible. It's still a low float stock, but our lowest float stock here today is GFAI. And GFAI's daily chart really looks bad. It doesn't look good whatsoever. And then here intraday, I mean, it's trading 5 million shares. It's slightly above its average, but looking at the price action and looking at the movement, it definitely doesn't look appealing, right? It definitely does not look appealing here over on GFAI. But it is a low float stock. But the other thing that I'm not a really big fan of with GFAI is it has no news. So let's really break this down, right? It's appealing because it has a low float, 6 million in float, right? It's kind of appealing because it's actually trading 5 million shares against its 4, right? So it's slightly above the average. But what's not appealing is there's no catalyst, there's no news. The daily chart looks like crap. Let's be honest, it doesn't look good whatsoever, and it's not really moving all that much here in pre-market. It's only up 18%. Wouldn't you guys agree that we have some better opportunity, right? Wouldn't you guys agree that we have some better opportunity in the market besides GFAI? I would say so, but add GFAI to a back burner watch list. I wanted to go ahead and cover this real quick because it's a lower float stock with volume. And just go ahead and get this one out of the way. Add it to your back burner watch list, okay? But let's go back to ALNA, all right? ALNA has received fast track designation from the US FDA, from the US Food and Drug Administration in phase 2 development for the treatments. I cannot pronounce these big words, guys. I was talking to TikTok this morning, like, where do you go to college? You obviously went to college to learn how to do this. No. I barely graduated high school. I can't say these words. Hyperuricemia in gout patients with advanced chronic kidney disease. Hey, I did it! Yay! No, I'm kidding. So ALNA, basically the key words that we need to take from this, guys, right, is they received fast track designation from the FDA. That's a hot keyword. That's a 3-star keyword to look for in a press release. That's exactly why ALNA right now is up 27%. That's exactly why it's nearly trading 15 million shares since right around 8 o'clock when that press release dropped, right? On average, this stock trades a million. Sorry, guys, I got a little sped up there. Trades 943,000 shares on average, right? We're trading substantial volume today compared to the average. 15 million shares now. And it's a medium float stock. You know, it's 72 million in float. It's a low price stock. It could definitely get some action. It can definitely move. And we have really good news, right? We have really good news. So ALNA is definitely another stock we should really keep on high watch today. I'm looking for the stock to stay above $1, right around that dollar. You know, at the lowest, I'd like to see this stay above $1. It could come down to like 93 and then re-break $1 and go on a run. But ideally out of the gate, to show some initial strength, ALNA, I'd really like this to stay above 1 to 103. We have room back to 119, 117 to 119 there. We do have that 200-day moving average that we have to be mindful of. That's right around 123. So that's going to be a pretty key level of resistance that a lot of traders are looking to take some profits here on ALNA. But if this stock is very, very strong, and this is where the mob is, the majority of buyers, this is where 90% of the volume is in the market for small caps. I mean, you could easily see this up towards around 134 and then potentially 145 here on ALNA. So there we go. We have a number 2 stock that we should be watching right out of the gate. Number 1 was BBBY. Number 2 is ALNA. And now I'm moving on to the stock that you guys want me to talk about, right? You guys want me talking about OCGN. And I'm going to tell you a little story about OCGN, right? Not a story, but I'm going to break this down on why I'm not a fan of it, okay? OCGN, who has granted emergency use for Covaxin, for prevention of COVID-19, their partner. So if you look at this this article on OCGN, right? OCGN here, Bharat Biotech was the one who was granted the emergency use from who? But OCGN is a partner of Bharat Biotech. So that's why OCGN's moving. It's not news directly related to OCGN. This is kind of like a sympathy in a sense, right? They're partners. That's why OCGN. Wow, guys, CAR. Did you guys just see CAR? Hold on. CAR. Look at that. Is that a misprint? No. This is a real order. Someone just bought 500,000 shares at 357, guys. Look at your time and sales on CAR. Someone literally just bought. That's got to be fake. 500,000. That can't be real, but it's on the time and sales. 469,000 shares at 357. That was their fill. Oh my gosh, who is being stupid today? Okay, so I mean, that's a real order. 500,000 shares. You may start to see this move a bit. I don't know, but that was pretty odd there. All right, that was pretty odd. So anyway, keep CR on watch just because you saw that really big pop, and that was not a misprint. That was legit because again, that reflected on the time and sales. Like I said, you know, when you see misprints, you don't see it reflect on the time and sales. When you see it reflect on the time and sales, you can see that's a real order. And look at the volume too, right? You see the volume. That was a real order. So someone out there's, I think someone fat fingered, guys. Someone probably fat fingered. They meant to type in 469, right? They fat fingered the crap out of that one. So anyway, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. All right, so what were we saying? I'm sorry, that threw me off. I just saw it go from 320 to 360. I'm like, that's pretty crazy. OCGN, right? We're really talking about this stock. You know, their partner was granted the emergency use, not really OCGN, right? So number one. Number two, it's overextended. Number three, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, intraday, we've seen nasty rug pulls. Last week, I made over $1,000 on OCGN to the short side because of all of the really nasty rug pulls. What did we see yesterday? Really nasty rug pulls, guys, right? So here's my thinking, right? This is how I think. OCGN, it's moving up. OCGN has potential over 18, right? OCGN could see 20. OCGN doesn't have news, but their partner has news, and that directly reflects OCGN. So I'm looking at OCGN like, yeah, it's a good candidate, but the fact that there's just been random rug pulls over the last couple of weeks, at least 3 times that I can recall that I've shorted OCGN, I think it's risky to go long on it. Like the last thing that I want you guys doing is looking to get involved on OCGN for the leg up to 20 on a really good setup, and then out of nowhere, boom, rug pull, halt to the downside, you're down a lot of money, right? There's better opportunity in the market. There's less risky opportunity in the market, in my honest opinion. Right? I think BBBY is less risky than OCGN. I think ALNA can even be considered less risky. AMC and GameStop, right? Some of these short squeeze stocks can be less risky than OCGN. There's just something about OCGN that makes me uncomfortable, guys. I am not going to go long today on OCGN. All right? I'm not going long. The only thing that I would do today, I would look to go short on OCGN, especially seeing these really nasty rug pulls. Okay, so just be mindful of that, guys. Is over the last 3 weeks, I've noticed at least 3 different times the stock's been moving, and we've had some really gross rug pulls. I mean, again, on the 26th was a prime example. Look at that. Nasty rug pull on that. Then it shot right back up. Nasty rug pull again. As far as day trading this, it can be really risky, and I do not want you getting caught up in a $2, $3 dump or a rug pull in a day trade and lose a couple $1,000. Now, as a swing trade, this stock's been great for a swing trade. There's a lot of momentum here, guys. And this stock still has room back up to the 1886 and then $20. But honestly, I'm looking for a panic pop on OCGN. All right. So kind of what I was looking for yesterday on SBEA, that panic pop. I'm looking for a panic pop on OCGN over 20, right? So if we can see this stock out of the gate open and squeeze over 20, I'm looking to short this stock for the panic pop and for the flush back on down. That's my plan. That's what I've been thinking on OCGN because, again, I don't trust this long. Again, I could be wrong, and I could get stopped out. But based on everything that I just told you, I think I'm leaning in the right direction with thinking of a panic pop, false break over 20, take the short for a nice little pullback right out of the gate there on OCGN. So kind of that's my plan there. I'm personally not going long. I'm only looking for short setups today on OCGN, okay? Let's talk about some of these sympathy plays, right? Not sector sympathy, not like yesterday with CAR finding other stocks within the same sector that we can profit on, but just sympathy, right? Sympathy. So we know that BBBY, for the most part, is moving off of the short squeeze hype, the short squeeze sentiment. What other stocks, ladies and gentlemen, can we see move off of the short squeeze sentiment? You tell me. I already posted these stocks up in chat today. But I like to be interactive with you guys, and I like to get you guys involved and start using that brain. All right, so what other stocks do you think could see movement if we see a lot of action with BBBY off the short squeeze? DJ Sean said he's down 15 mil now. Yeah, he's bag holding forever. Yo, Catherine, what's up? Good morning, Cole. Good morning, Corey. Good morning. Sounds like a Buffett order. Let's get involved, guys. Right? So what other stocks do you think we could see move with BBBY out of sympathy? I would see any meme stock. Yeah, JW, I like that mindset. Any meme stock, right? Meme stocks. Well, maybe like ATER wasn't really a meme stock, but it was a hype stock. Maybe BBIG was a hype stock. That may see a little bit of movement, right? But I'm thinking more stocks that have had that short squeeze sentiment in the past, right? So I'm thinking of stocks like KOSS, and it's moving on up. GameStop, and it's moving on up, and AMC. So add these to your watch list. You got BBBY that's going to lead because this one right now has 90% of the focus. But if BBBY starts ripping, you best believe you may see KOSS rip. You may see GME rip. And I like GME the most, believe it or not. And AMC may start ripping as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, your focus really should be on those stocks, right? If you're looking at BBBY for a move to the upside, you should also be looking at KOSS for a move to the upside, GME for a move to the upside, and AMC for a move to the upside, simply off of the short squeeze sentiment, the short squeeze sympathy, okay? So again, GME and AMC are the top two that I'm watching off to the side. I am watching CAR, and out of the gates, I'm in between BBBY, right? I want it down at 22 first. 2250, 2220 that we just talked about first before I get involved if it's right out of the gate. ALNA, we just got to watch this one hold above $1. I mean, out of the gate, as far as when I'm looking to trade right when that market opens, I'm looking for that panic pop short on OCGN. So that's going to be my number one stock that I'm really focused on out of the gates, followed by ALNA. See where we can find some support. And then BBBY as well. Now, RRD, I'm like 50-50 with RRD, guys. So RRD, to be acquired by Atlas for $8.52 per share. So normally, when we see acquisition news at a per share cost, $8.52, like RRD, typically that stock sits sideways 99% of the time. It does nothing. But here's the thing. There's actually movement on this stock. It wasn't like up and flat. Most stocks with acquisition, you see up and flat. This one was up, down, up, consolidate. It's moving. It actually has volume. It's being traded. So I'm 50-50 with it. This company, RRD, is worth $8.52 per share. That's what they're being acquired at, right? So why would I want to pay 9, 10, 11, right? As an investor, as someone that wants to own this, right? But as a trader, I don't give a crap. If there's an opportunity, I'm going to trade it, right? So there could be opportunity today with RRD. Am I crazy about it? No. Does it have potential? Yes. Should we watch it? 100%. Right now, breaking over 950, room to 10, and then room to 1050. Support right now, right around 9. Bottom support back down at $8.29. I think it's a back burner play. I don't think you should watch it right out of the gate. I think it's a phenomenal back burner play though, okay? And that's RRD. And then, last but not least, FLGC. Florida Growth signs definitive agreement to acquire Vessel Brand, entering U.S. cannabis consumer technology market and strengthening management team. So good news, FLGC, right? FLGC was actually leading the board at one point. But since then, guys, we've seen the attention go elsewhere, right? ALNA, OCGN. The attention's gone elsewhere. So I don't really know if FLGC is going to get the action that we want to see it get today. All we can do is watch this above yesterday's high, 450. Right around 450, if this stock can hold, we can see it back up to 5, and we can see it back up to like the 520s. But right now, look at the volume, look at the price action. It really doesn't look all that good. So you guys know my plan, right? BBBY, short squeeze sentiment. Also watching the other short squeeze stocks, KOSS, GameStop, and AMC. ALNA has good news, right? We just need to see this find support first. Out of the gate though, panic pop short on OCGN. I will not take this long today, guys. I really am going to try to not take this long, even if it's a good long setup, because I just feel it's too risky with all these rug pulls, I do not want to be the one taking a great trade, being 1,000 shares, then bloop, 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 right? Out of nowhere. So I'm really thinking just mainly to the short side today, but my bias could change as the day moves on, as we see the stock move and set up. It could be very strong and bullish. I don't know. We have to see. But right now, at this point in time, 9:24 in the market, I'm definitely thinking more to the short side. All right, I do want to talk about Zillow real quick. A lot of you guys are talking about Zillow. So Zillow has already made a massive move to the downside from $87 to $73. If Zillow breaks over 76.41, I think you see it run to like 83, right? I could easily see this breaking that 76.41 level and making a nice move, I would say first to 81.53 and then up towards around 83.88. Now, we have some pretty damn good supports on Zillow. Excuse my language, guys. I'm really trying to work on that. We have some darn good support on Zillow at 65. Go mark up 65 on your chart and go left. Look at all of that prior resistance at 65 on Zillow, right? Super, super strong resistance in the past. We are coming down and testing that level at 65. If Zillow holds above 65 today, I'm long. I'm long off 65, right? We can take it back up to 70, 76, 81, 83. May not all happen today, but if this stock holds above 65, I'm looking for a long entry for a day trade. And if this consolidates above 65 for a week, right? And we consolidate, kind of like what Zoom did, right? Consolidation, kind of like what some of these other stocks did after earnings when they gapped down and they've kind of just consolidated, like Snapchat as well. If we see the same thing on Zillow, I think that's a great buying opportunity at 65. I really do. Strong, strong prior resistance coming off the highs of like $200. It's down towards around $60 now. I think this is a good level to buy if we see this consolidation, right? We see this level really, really hold on up. So I'm really interested not only for a day trade on Zillow, because it has great opportunity, maybe $5, $10 up and down, but maybe getting my feet wet for a longer term hold as well here on Zillow, especially if we see over the next probably 3 to 5 days, it stay above 65. If this cracks below 65 today, we can take shorts down to 55, right? 60 and then 55 shorts. But as long as we're above 65, guys, I am bullish, and I think we could see it bounce around a little bit to the upside. And again, over 76.41, Zillow does have room to 81.53. Okay, that's Zillow. Gregory saying, we all adults, say what you want. So I know that I have a daughter that comes in. I know some of you other guys have children as well. And I know some of you like have children that partake and listen to this because they want to be educated. The last thing I want to do is be talking raunchy or, cursing or anything like that with kids around. I've been getting a little out of control the last couple of days with kind of, how I've been talking, a lot of cursing, a lot of just whatevers, right? Entertaining trolls yesterday on the live stream. I thought it was fun and humorous, but, again, I'm not really thinking who's on the other side of the commentary of the live stream. What if your kid's sitting next to you, right? What if I just do not want to do that anymore, right? I know I can. We're all adults. I can do whatever I want, right? I'm the mentor of Alpha Day Trading. I can drop F-bombs all day. But I do want to be mindful, and I do want to be considerate upon maybe having kids in the background. I don't want my kid listening to F-bombs all day. I don't want your kids listening to my F-bombs all day as well, okay? So, I know we're all adults, but I'm definitely going to work on it. Earmuffs, little Johnny. I like it, J-Dub. Earmuffs. But yeah, guys, do we have any final questions, comments, concerns? We got 2 minutes to go. You guys know my watch list. You know exactly what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. And again, I want to make this very, very, very clear, okay? Again, investors are focused on the Federal Reserve. We conclude the two-day meeting today. This takes place at 2 p.m. Everybody's listening for the plans on interest rates being raised, if they're going to, when that's going to happen. I think the market's going to be pretty dry and pretty stagnant until 2:30. That's when we're going to see some opportunity in the options world. So for me, starting my day, I'm focused on equities. I'm focused on these small caps, right? Don't get me wrong, GameStop's not really a small cap stock, I guess, right? But I'm looking at just equities, like penny stocks. I'm not really looking at Lyft. I'm not looking at SPY. I'm not looking at MGM or Tesla or Lucid or Moderna. I'm not really looking at these stocks. I think they'll be kind of, on the slower side, right? Until about 2:30. So with that being said, I'm really just focused on the short squeeze stocks like BBBY, AMC, GameStop, KOSS, ALNA because it has really good news, and then OCG into the short side. Okay? Catherine says you have a potty mouth too? Or are you saying I have a potty mouth? Are you saying you have a potty mouth or I have a potty mouth? Which one? Oh, Catherine says she works in ER and she has a potty mouth. I love having fun and just being myself and whatever. I don't give two F's, right? But at the same time, if I was on the other side of the screen listening to somebody curse, like I don't care, right? Because I curse. But if my kid was here, I'd be like, let me turn it down. Like, sorry, little Johnny, get out of here. No, I don't want that. So I just want to be considerate, guys. That's all. I like it, Jada. That's why I use a headset. So once again, good morning. Happy Wednesday. The market is about to open. Let's get ready to go. Let's get fired up, team. And let's have an awesome day. We got 2-1. Market is open. The bell just ring-a-ding-dinged. Let's get to it. Let's have some fun, team. And let's have another profitable day.
You think it's a game? You think it's a fucking game? Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Yo, what's my name?
I just had to do it. Because he said, you think it's a game? You think it's a game? I just had to throw that up there. There we go. All right, guys, we're good. So again, you know what I'm waiting for. BBBY down towards around 22.46. ALNA, as long as the ALNA stays above $1, it has good potential. Watching CAR as well, CAR as well, guys. Again, I have no entries on the day. Here's my P&L. No entries on the day right now for me, guys. All right, no entries for me today. Yeah, another one, I'm sorry, BB, another short squeeze stock as well. BB, it's up 3% right now. So OCGN, a little bit of a flush out. BBBY calls got expensive. Yeah, the implied volatility made them really expensive too. BBBY is getting some heat right now. Let it keep dumping. Let it keep dumping on BBBY, guys. BBBY, again, I like this at that 22.46 level. Right now, it's taking a lot of heat, a lot of profit taking, Halt level to the downside right now, team. Oh, wow, it's getting hit. 22.27 is the halt level. So it still has, another $1 to the downside before it's halted. But from a lot of profit taking. We nailed that one, didn't we? But GameStop and AMC are ripping to the upside. GameStop and AMC are actually moving to the upside while BBBY fades. We actually have GameStop maybe getting halted here, guys. Not yet, but maybe getting halted if it keeps squeezing like this on GameStop. GameStop's over 220 now. So right now, GameStop is the one doing the best. BBBY right now, not really doing all that good rates. Yeah, my bad, guys. Scanners. You guys are good now. So GameStop, I mean, it's overextended. If this one pops the 225, I'm shorting it. I'm shorting this one at 225 if it gets there, guys. Right? Looking for a nice big sell-off. Looking for a nice little dump here on GameStop. Halt level right now to the upside is 223.93. If this one comes, I would say at the highest, or the lowest, I'm sorry, for a short, like 224. I want to catch a 224 short here for a pullback. Keep going green. Go green. Go green. Get like 225, and I'll short this one. See, it's very overextended. It just went from 214 to 222. It's got to pull back, but I wanted to try and get a pullback somewhere off that pre-market high of 224 or just 225 natural resistance there. It's already starting to pull back a little bit, though. It's okay. Like Pokemon. You can't catch them all. See, I said Kroger too. Watching Kroger today, guys, because BBBY, you know, Kroger's definitely worth watching. That one was nice over pre-market highs, team. Under Armour was over yesterday's highs as well. So right now, over $26 on Under Armour, guys. You do have room to like $27.62. So like UAA, I'm actually a fan of UAA, right? It's a larger price stock, but as long as this one stays above 26. We could easily see this up towards around 27.62 on UAA. I'm sorry, 26.50. It needs to break. It does need to hold 26, right? It does need to hold, you know, ideally like yesterday's resistance, right around like that 26.18ish. Breaking over 26.50, it has a lot of room to the upside. I'm getting ready to grab a trade here on UAA for a break over 26.50 if it holds 26. But right now I'm not in. I'm just being patient to see how this candle closes out. Again, I am not in right now on UAA, but I'm considering it if we see some action up towards around 25. Depending on how this candle closes too. That's a pretty strong candle here. I may be jumping in here momentarily for a pop over that 25. Not in yet, though. I don't really see the price action yet. All right, took a small starter position. I'll add over 26.50 if it breaks 26.50. If it breaks 26.50, I add to it. I'm stopping out under 26.20 because it's got to break right now. My plan was getting in for the break. If it doesn't start breaking here, I go ahead and get out of it. It's got to break 26.50 for me to add. 26.20, I cut it because that's just weakness. I think it's going to break here, though. There it is. I added 26.41 cost basis. I did add over 26.50. We want to see it continue to move up over 27 now. Back below 26.30, I do cut it. I only have 500 shares. But I added over the high. I'll take partial around 27. It's not really getting that explosive break that I thought it was going to get, guys. If it doesn't start... If we don't see buyers really hold 26.50, I'm going to have to get out because that looks weak. You know, it's right back below 26.50. It wasn't really as explosive as I thought. I don't like it. I'm out. I don't like it. I think it's a false breakout. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. You know me, like I try and catch moves and try and get an idea like right when those explosive moves can happen. It's kind of taking too long. It's stalling and it closed right back below 26.50. I take a $37 loss not to risk it. I'll take a $37 loss not to risk, you know, buyers closing their positions out of fear that it's not going to rip, you know, so I'm out. I'm out. It was worth it. Yeah, it was worth it. I was up $100 at one point, but I was looking for a little bit better of a move there. Mike said, let it go. Let it go. All right, here we go, guys. BBBY. BBBY is right off my lower level of support. Right, this one could be a massive reversal back up to the open of 25.67. And where was that level of support at? We got to go back to the daily. My TD is just so slow lately. It's kind of it's starting to get kind of annoying on how bad this is. Like it's just jumpy. It's like I feel like I'm using a computer from the 70s. So again, OCGN, I just don't trust it to the long side on OCGN. I really just don't trust this to the long side, guys. It has room down to like 14 bucks if it cracks 15. So if OCGN cracks 15, it does have some room back down towards around 14 bucks. But right now it's trying to bounce here a little bit. It may bounce back up to like, let's say like 16 first before it cracks. Maybe like 16 before it cracks. Yeah, you got AMC and GameStop doing really, really well as well. I did get out of Under Armour too soon. Yeah, that was a good trade. If you held it, that's fine. That's awesome. I just wasn't really crazy about it with the price action right there, so I went ahead and just cut it. Wasn't willing to take the chance. So again, BBBY, we had that lower level of support at 22 team. Again, over $22. It has a lot of room back up to 24.30. And then up towards around the open, right around 25.50, guys, over on BBBY. ALNA was over $1 to $1.03 support. If it held that, it has room to 117 and then 123. I'm personally looking for a short on OCGN, guys. I want to see it crack below 15 here. There's a crack below 15. Now it's getting hit. Now it's getting hit. Boom. I'll take it. It wasn't a great one. It was a quick scalp. I didn't double down on it. I didn't get my double down on it. I tried to click it twice. I didn't get filled. I took the short below 15. I like the price action for the short. Short at 15.08 and a weak cover at 14.86. I left a couple bucks on the table there. I didn't double down, but I made a 137 on a quick 600 shares, so it was okay. Definitely left a lot of money there on the table. I just didn't double down because what I do is I double down, I take profit quick, and I ride the rest. So I did not double down to ride the rest, but that was a beautiful short there on OCG. And then, like I said, OCGN. Yeah, look at the VWAP. Look at the VWAP. Pop, pop. That was a beautiful short below 15 on OCG. And like I said, I'm not going long on this stock today. KOSS isn't doing anything. We can take that off the watch list. We're only 11 minutes in right now, guys. We are only 11 minutes in. All right? So if you're not in anything, it's okay. It's 11 minutes. We're just observing right now. We're just observing. Not really observing. We're trading, but, you know, right now we're waiting for BBBY to form support right here. And, guys, it looks like it may be trying to get support. It's not clean. It's not great by any means. But it may be worth, like, a starter position, right? Like scaling in. If you want 1,000 shares total, maybe like take 100, right? Don't take, 1,000 shares at $1 loss. Take 100 shares at $1 loss. At least you're still kind of getting your feet wet above that 22. Scale in a little bit as the trade works in your favor. Again, you do have room back up underneath these lows at like 24.50. And I mean, one of your main targets is going to be the open at like 25.50 there over on BBBY, guys. So again, do not forget about BBBY above that $22 level. That is a great level of support. So you just need to be watching ALNA. If it holds above 1 to 103, could be a great trade. Now, if it cracks $1, it has room down to 93. I was talking about BBBY pretty much all morning, right? For that pullback down to 22. But the thing is, I was too busy trading OCGN to really nail a perfect low 22 entry. Right now, I just think it's it's already up a 60-ish cents. I don't know if I want to take it this high. If it comes back down to 22, I'll take it though. But if I missed it, I missed it. If it does double bottom at 22, I'll take it at 22 on BBBY. And GameStop's ripping and running. AMC is looking to go to 43.50 next, guys. So if you're long on AMC, you have room to 43.58. GameStop, if you're long here on GameStop, where's your next target here on GameStop? Are we in a short squeeze market again, guys? Is this a short squeeze market? We're seeing all these short squeeze stocks get some hype. you're like looking at this prior high on GameStop. So that prior high on GameStop was right around, we got to go there. Boom, 231.44. So 231.44 on GameStop. 231.44 resistance on GME. And it's getting a little overextended right now, too. It's definitely due for a pullback to 225. If this comes up to like 231.50, I'm taking it for a possible false breakout over 230 for a little bit of a washout back down off a short, possibly. Starting to see a little bit of an upper shadow here. Got about 20 seconds left on this candle, though. I am not in on the short, but I really wanted to, but closer to like 231. So it's safe to say RRD's not doing anything. Take it off your watch list. FLGC, still worth watching. AMC team, this one has room to 43.58. So you have room to 43.58 with some intraday light support, right? Light support, right around like 41.70. 41.70 on AMC, light intraday support. But this one does have room to 43.50 next. GameStop, if you guys are in on GameStop, you have some light intraday support back down at 224.33, room up to 231.70 there on GameStop. OCGN may be reversing. I'm still not going to take this long, though. I am not going to take OCGN long regardless of anything. But here's what you're kind of starting to see here on OCGN, right? You're starting to see a little bit of this reversal, right? You have this low, you have this lower low, and maybe a little bit of a higher low with a neckline. You could easily see this reverse and start to move to the upside here on OCGN, right? So you do have a slight reversal forming here, right? It's hard to see, but it's quick, but you could definitely see a possible reversal there on OCG, and if you guys are interested, okay? So keep that pattern on watch, breaking that slight neckline, maybe like 1550 it looks like, that's when you can get some action to it. And right as I'm drawing, right as I'm telling you guys and trying to educate you guys, you're starting to see that a little bit. Stops would need to go under 15. You would have a target back up towards around 1676. 1676 if it actually reverses here. You got AMC pulling back, GameStop pulling back, BBBY pulling back, BB pulling back as well. So right now you got BBBY below 22. That's not good. AMC still has a little bit of potential over that 41.70. GameStop has potential over 224, but here's the thing. The only reason GameStop was moving, the only reason why AMC was moving, the only reason why BB was moving was because BBBY was moving. If BBBY is not popping and getting hype, I don't know if these other stocks are really going to retain that hype as well. I like ALNA here. Nice double bottom from pre-market. ALNA has room back up to like 110 and then 117 there on ALNA. Yeah, HUDI is halted right now. Oof. Oof. Ah! That's ugly. All right, is HUDI shortable? Oh, it's not shortable. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I would think about trying to grab a bit of a short there on HUDI. I mean, I know it's already dumped $10, but I'd be looking for another like short entry. I don't like it. If you're in on OCGN, I'd get out. If you're in on OCGN, I'd get out, guys. I don't like it. I think it's still gonna dump. There's just something about OCGN right now. I don't like this. I think it's gonna crack, fade, and fall. If you're in for the reversal, please put a stop at break even. I don't like the price action. I don't like the volume. It looks weak. It does look weak. I would be a little cautious if you guys got in on that reversal right here on OCGN, I would be putting stops at break even or keeping them tight. Just keep them tight, right? Keep them tight. You know, if you were going under 15, it may flush on down to 14. You know, if it doesn't start breaking like 16 and VWAP here, I'd be a little cautious with OCGN. I would play it safe, guys. I would play it safe. Fudge, yes. Fudge, yes. Gringo. Loco. My man, look at you. Look at you. Good trade, man. Like, I cut it way too early. Like, I'm not perfect. I learn stuff every day. What did I do? I cut it really, really early, way before my stop was hit because I was so fixated on price action, right? That's me and my strategy and kind of how my mindset works. Is if I'm like, I'm getting in here and I expect to see this happen, and when I get in and I don't see it happen, my confidence goes from here to here, right? My stop was never hit, but my confidence drops, so it makes me get out of the trade because 80% of the time when my confidence goes from here to here, it usually stops me out, right? 80% of the time when I have 80% confidence, I don't see something I like and I go to 50% confidence, 80% of the time, my gut feeling, that confidence drop, I was right and I get stopped out. So I just have a habit of getting out of the trades when my confidence level drops. This was one of those 20% of the time situations to where my confidence level dropped, I would have never been stopped out, and I would have made money. But it was worth a $37 loss not to take a $300 loss if it did come down, if it would have stopped me out. I hope that right there makes sense as to why I did get out, right? Why I did get out there. But if you're still in, good job, Gringo Loco. Way to go. Way to go. Can I look at SKLZ? Yeah. SKLZ, I can look at that real quick. Skills. Why was this one not on my scanners? Oh, it just popped up. It just popped up. Okay. Jeez, come on. Okay, we're getting new charting systems soon, guys. This is way too slow for my liking, and I haven't maxed out. So SKLZ, why is it moving number one? Is there a credible reason for this stock to be moving? I mean, it's a prior squeeze stock, isn't it? Is it a prior short squeeze stock? I don't think it is. Earnings schedule for November 3rd. Okay, buy with a 23 price target. So you have earnings scheduled for today after hours. And then you have Citigroup reinstating it's a $23 price target. So right now, you could see good earnings. You have a price target being raised. You could see some really nice anticipation buying into earnings, and that's kind of what you're seeing now, right? You do have the price target being raised. You have earnings this evening. You're seeing anticipation buying into earnings. And right now, I think it's a good buy. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't buy at highs, but I see that hiccup candle. That's a hiccup candle. It pulled back beautifully to 1270. I think this one's going to break 13 here coming on up. I do think this one has potential to break 13 for a quick pop to 1340. And then up towards around 14 next, guys. If it falls below 1260, I would walk away from it. All right, if this one falls below 1260, I'd walk away. 1340 and 14 are your next price targets. And Kathy Wood bought it on 1022. Okay. And Kathy Wood bought some skills. So again, under 1260, you'll see a bigger pullback. Under 1260 on skills, you'll see a bigger pullback. Probably back down to like 1233. Breaking 13, you have 1340 in sight, and you have $14 in sight. It's just really groggy. It's like that. It's just really, really jumpy. Look at my cursor. It's just jumpy. It's usually not like that. So we got 7 more minutes until the live stream. We got to shut her down over on the tube. But I want to get some of your questions answered, guys. PTPI. Petro's pharmaceutical shares move higher. Exclusive marketing agreement. No wonder it came out at 916 as we were doing our pre-market stock selection. So that's why I missed PTPI. I was just really focused on BBBY, OCGN, because I saw opportunity there. But now, as those stocks really aren't doing all that much, we do have PTPI looking for a break over 325 team, room to 350. So you can catch a quick 25 out of it. Quick 25, 50 cents, maybe even up to $4. So right now, this one is, momentum. It's got some great momentum right now. We could see a pop here off this 9 EMA. So if we hold the 9 EMA and breaks this high, you'll probably see it to $3.45 and then $4. If we crack below $3.92, you're going to see it down towards around $2.65 and then $2.36. But right now, if you start to see buyers pushing this up over $3.20, you'll see a quick probably 20 to 25 cent pop here on PTPI, pushing this up towards around $3.40 and $3.50. Once again, that's on PTPI. Again, if it cracks the 9 EMA and it falls below 3 and then 292, it's going to probably fall down to like 265 and then 236, guys. Because it is kind of topping out, but at the same time, it does have that potential. Yeah, see, like I said, keep it tight on OCGN. Keep it tight on OCGN, because I was like, I was just a little iffy with it, with that price action. I like SOFI a lot. SOFI is great. There's a rumor out there that I was told about SOFI. There's a rumor about a government contract, and that could cause the stock to shoot up, $100. So I got some calls on SOFI. No, I don't. I think I was going to yesterday. I don't think I picked them up yet, because I want to pull back to 21 first. That's what it was. I want to pull back to 21 first before I grab those calls. Or any just, shares, period. Zillow. Right on up to that 76.41 level. Now it's starting to fade. It has room to fade down to 65 on Zillow. MGM with earnings. I like MGM a lot, guys, especially MGM over that 49.14. It has room to 51.96 and then 53.69 there on MGM. Kroger's looking really nice today as well. Lyft still in that formation. Car, maybe for like tomorrow or Friday, we have some opportunity. UAA was a nice one out of the gate. Moderna, nothing yet, which I'm short bias on Moderna. And like I said, I think Lucid has more room to like 38.59-ish before we actually see it topple on over. So, top stocks right now, BBBY, now that it's back above 22, you could start to see some action move in. If this stays above like 22, you could start to see some action move in here on BBBY, all right? ALNA, again, it had that 1 to 103 support, guys. It never cracked below 1 or 103. So right now, this is starting to see a little bit of a reversal on ALNA. OCGN, no opportunities right now at this point in time. I'm still looking for more short opportunities on OCGN. GameStop right now is just a nice grind to the upside. Nice, steady grind to the upside, but it's losing momentum, right? It's losing momentum. It's stuck in this little bit of this rising channel, right? I mean, this nice big rising channel. If it ever cracks the trend line, guys, keeping it very simple, right? Keeping this very simple. If GameStop, GME ever cracks this uptrend, I will short it. As long as it's above the uptrend, it's bullish. When it's below the trend line, it's bearish. So if we ever start to see this cracking the uptrend, I will short GameStop. So right now, GameStop is definitely one of the top stocks I want to watch. AMC is just too sideways. So out of all the short squeeze stocks that we were talking about, GameStop is definitely the one getting the most attention right now. How's FLGC looking? We're taking it off the watch list. Again, AMC's too sideways. GameStop is nice uptrend. You can play the long, right? Just take the long off the trend line, right? Take the long off the trend line, play it up. If it ever cracks the trend line, get out, right? Flip short. OCGN, I'm looking for my next short entry. ALNA, guys, over that $1, the 103, has room to 117 and then 123. ALNA still looks like it has decent potential. BBBY, I'm not really a fan of BBBY right now. So I'm going to put it off to the back burner, really far back there on BBBY, because right now it's not doing anything. BB, I think we have better opportunity, and then PTPI. Are there any other stocks that you guys are watching right now? DRMA. I mean, we're only about 30 minutes into the market. Had a couple decent trades. You guys caught UAA, a couple traders in chat. I personally got out, would have been profitable. And then I caught OCG in for a quick little short position. Today's definitely a nice little scalping day for sure. Today's definitely a nice little scalping day. Before you log into the program, go to settings, yes, and change your memory limits. Mike, change the memory limits. Yeah, I've done that. I've taken it from the lowest to the middle to the highest. It does not change how it works. So I may have to just delete it and reinstall it. And if it doesn't work, I think Benzinga Pro has good charts as well. I might use Benzinga Pro. Hey guys, give me a second. I have to really go to the bathroom. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So yeah, again, GameStop, guys. Like I said, as long as it holds the trend line, you're good to the upside. So I mean, you really can't go wrong there with GameStop. And GameStop right off the trend line, it's squeezing out of this that channel now. So right now, GameStop is just a freaking beast. Would I short this now? Absolutely not. Heck no. But you know, I see the trend here, so you know, we have some opportunities coming on up. Yeah, BBBY is not doing anything. BlackBerry is definitely getting some action towards it to the upside right now over on BB. 1230 there. This one has room to... like $12.93, 13 bucks. So, I mean, you have another 70 cents to the upside here on BB. Good job. RJ shorted BBBY from 25. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Good job on that. That's a solid short. We never cracked 292 on PTPI, and it shot right up to our 345 target, so not bad. So what we're going to see is a lot of these short squeeze stocks moving. BB, AMC, KOSS, EXPR. Yeah, GameStop looks like it's ready for a short. Like, I just see that nasty upper shadow, which tells me that it's maybe due for a little bit of a short off that upper shadow. Cannot exceed buying power. What? What? Okay, I gotta call them because I'm not exceeding my buying power. I just tried to grab a little small position there on GameStop. I mean, everything happens for a reason, so I take it, but I never exceeded my buying power, which is weird. So I might have to call them and see what's up, because Lightspeed's had a lot of issues lately. Like, I never said anything bad about Lightspeed, but lately, oh, disgusting. The fills have been kind of bad, and the fills have been kind of bad, and just the platform's been acting weird. Just hit a high at 250 there. Is OCGN still crashing? Again, OCGN was like the short. OCGN was the short. So right now, we could literally play the downtrend on OCGN. If you guys have shorting capabilities and you want to short, you could literally play the downtrend on OCGN to the short side as long as it stays below the downtrend. Again, ALNA was nice above 103. I'm just not a fan because I have to get like 10,000 shares. And I'm trying to keep my position sizing down. Like, I don't want to go through 20, 30,000 shares on one play, right? And then say, oh, $300 in commissions and fees. So I've really been looking at larger price stocks or stocks like OCGN that can move $1 and I can grab like 1,000 shares, right? I'm not really trying to load up 10,000 shares on ALNA, especially with Lightspeed because the commissions and fee structure kind of changed a little bit. Kind of sucks. And Josh, your take on LMND. Had this on my watch list for a swing trade. Yeah, absolutely. I don't see anything that I want to get involved with right now, so most definitely. Let's go look at LMND. Lemonade. You know, nice couple days, right? Like 3 days. Really, really nice volume to the upside. I mean, it's just, we've gone so far up in such a short amount of time from 60 to like almost $80, right? I mean, we've shot straight up in such a short period of time, right into a lot of resistance, and you have earnings on the 9th. So you have earnings on the 9th next Tuesday. You can continue to see some buying into earnings, right? But I'm seeing like 81.18 resistance here on LMND. LMND price target was raised from 68 to 80 at Barclays, which supports my $80 resistance. You got Morgan Stanley before that on the 15th, raising it from 74 to 90 equal weight rating. You got 74 targets were cut. So, you know, what I would say is, you know, they're offering car insurance. That's why the stock's moving today. You know, it's had a couple great days behind it because you've seen, you know, some price targets being raised. Nice double bottom on the daily, right off $60 support. I just think it's gone up too fast, right? It's already gone from 60 to almost 80 in 3 days. I think that's, you know, just a little overextended if you think about it. I would expect to see a pullback before the next leg up, right? So would I buy this here for a swing? No. If you're not already in it, I would not be buying this right now if you're not already in this one. You know, we could absolutely see this pull back. I would say back down at $68 is a great level for a pullback. 68, 69 would be a great level for a pullback, and not taking the chances through earnings as well. The last 2 earnings have been bad, right? The last 2 earnings, we've seen bad earnings and gap downs, right? So the last 3, we've seen bad earnings. 4, 5. So look at this stock since it's gone public. Not the greatest earnings, not the greatest earnings, not the greatest earnings, not the greatest earnings. And we have some reaction around earnings, you know, some negative reaction. So what I would say is, you know, don't play this through earnings, right? Don't play it through earnings. Wait for a pullback. It needs a pullback. Maybe we can see a pullback, right? Maybe we have earnings that help the pullback back down at like 68, 69, right? Somewhere around that level. Let it actually hold that level and consolidate. I think we do have great potential. I think it's too soon, though. I think you'd be buying it at the top. I think you'd be chasing this right now. I think you can get a better entry. I think you can get entries at like 67 to 68 versus 76. That's what I think, right? If anybody wants to jump in there, jump in there. But we have earnings right around the corner. It's already gone, again, $20 in 4 days, so it's overextended. Stocks pull back. What do I teach you guys about day trading? If the stock moves 50 cents to $1 without pulling back, don't buy it. Same thing with swing trading, right? If the stock moves substantially without pulling back, don't buy it yet. Stocks will pull back, all right? Just wait for the pullback. You have earnings right around the corner. Wait for the earnings. You wouldn't really want to swing trade through earnings anyway. It's a gamble. But if you do, just understand it is a gamble. It's like you're going to the casino. But realistically, this one has potential to break over 81.18 and make its next leg up to $92. All right, so if you're looking at price targets, you're looking at $90 to $92 would be a really good realistic price target on LMND. Lemonade. Oh crap, we're still live. I'm so sorry. We're shutting down, guys and girls, on YouTube. So again, I usually run it up until 10 o'clock, and then it's, you know, in chat, undivided attention for the rest of the day. And today's Power Hour commentary day, baby. So you guys are running, not out of time, but I'm saying we're running into the new platform being done. All right, so if you guys want to join the team, you might as well just do it now in the next couple of weeks before the new platform's launched, before all of the new value and features and services are offered, before prices change, all that stuff and all that good stuff, guys. So again, if you do want to join, now's a great time to do it. At least you're locked in and grandfathered for life. If not, hey, listen, I'm here to help you guys every single day. That's why I do what I do. That's why I take hours and hours and hours out of my day for free to help you guys out, to help educate you guys. But if you do want to join the team, take it to the next level, check us out, alphadaytrading.com. We would love to have you a part of the team. We'd love to work with you. So many amazing things that you get when you join. But with that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your trading day. Trade smart and trade safe. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning on TikTok right around 8 o'clock, YouTube right around 9. We'll have some fun. We'll make it happen. We'll make some profits, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So GameStop right now, guys, it's kind of flagging here. GameStop is flagging. GameStop is flagging here. So watch for GameStop. Actually, they're all flagging. BB looks like it's flagging. AMC looks like it's flagging. And GameStop. But GameStop's leading. GameStop is the most consistent, least choppy out of the three that I just named off. So if anything, I'd be watching GameStop, and then number 2 is BB. Number 2 would be BB in my opinion. BB, it's flagging. This one has room to 1293 on BlackBerry, guys. ALNA is getting to your 117 profit target. I'm taking BBBY off the watch list, guys. That one's weak as stuff. Weak as stuff. Oh, I almost did it there. I almost cursed. So right now, I've not, I've only had 2 trades. I've only had 2 trades today, guys. Especially after a good day yesterday, not coming back and being aggressive, or cocky that, I had a great day yesterday. So, I'm just really sitting back and still doing what I did yesterday, is really looking for the best setups. And not over trading and not being too aggressive. It's really waiting for the best setups that's my edge, right? So I'm not trading the flags. I'm not trading this and that because they're good setups. And those aren't my edge, right? We talk about this a lot, and I do want to clarify this, okay? For newer traders in chat, right? Hypothetically, there's 100 forms of trading, right? There's hypothetical 100 different strategies and approaches to trading. There's 100. I can teach you those 100, right? I know the 100. I've traded them enough. I've educated myself enough. I've seen them work out enough. I can educate you on 100. But my edge is 3 to 5 of those. Your edge is 3 to 5 of those. Chris's edge is 3 to 5 of those, right? Right? My edge isn't 100 of those. Chris's edge is at every single strategy and setup, a whole 100. He has 3 to 5 that work for him. Casey has 3 to 5 that work for him, right? Everybody's got like 3 to 5 that work for them. That's your edge. So just because I say, hey, there's a flag here, right, doesn't mean that's my edge and I'm going to trade it, but I know how to explain it. I know how to educate it. I know the criteria that needs to be met. I know how to walk you through the trading process of entry, stop losses, targets, criteria that needs met, all that good stuff. So again, I like to clarify that for newer traders. If you hear me say, hey, this is a good setup and we're building a plan, like ALNA, 1 to 103 support, stops below $1, target at 117, double bottom from pre-market. Stock has really, really good news. This stock has a lot of great potential, guys, right? I'm walking you through the process very thoroughly. Just because I'm not taking the trade means it's a bad trade. It just means that there's a reason that I'm not taking the trade. And my reasoning is, for it to work for me, I need 20,000 shares. That's 40,000 shares round trip. That's over $100 and some in commissions and fees with my broker. I don't want to keep paying hundreds of dollars in commissions and fees on dollar stocks. I'd rather be looking at GameStop, AMC, BB, where I can take a couple thousand shares, catch a 50-cent dollar move, and make the same amount of money I'm going to make here on ALNA with 30,000 shares. Make sense, guys? 30,000 shares at 10 cents is what, $3,000, right? Or I can go 3,000 shares on, OCGN and get a dollar move and make the $3,000, but I'm paying substantially less in commissions and fees. So that's been my mindset lately. But I just wanted to go ahead and clarify that and let you guys know that just because I'm not in a trade and we break it down thoroughly and plan it with you guys, doesn't make it a bad trade. It just means it's maybe not my edge, okay? ALNA just hit target, guys, right? ALNA just hit target. I know some of you guys were waiting on ALNA. Texas Cowboy, anyone else having issues popping out chat? Again, if you ever have any issues, guys, this is why we're building a new platform. But if you ever have any issues, just do a refresh, right? Refresh. But there should be absolutely no issues inside a chat, right? You can pop it out in its own little tab, right? So you can pop out the live stream, right? You can play it. Again, live, you're all set. You can pop out the chat boxes just like this. Now, one thing is if you have that like an ad blocker, okay? If you have an ad blocker, it probably is the reason for that, right? If you have an ad blocker, disable the ad blocker or whitelist our website, okay? But I have my chat room popped out, right? That's why it wasn't loading, because I already have one popped out. So, yep. So again, refresh. If you have an ad blocker on Google Chrome, like if you have an extension and you have an ad blocker, you need to go ahead and disable the ad blocker for Alpha Day Trading. The reason why we're developing the new build is because we just want to. But you should be all set. Disable the ad blockers and just do a simple refresh and you should be all set.